My question is to the Minister for Human Services. Can the Minister let my constituents know that the Concessions Hotline response times to calls for assistance, with your leave and that of the House, sir, I'll elaborate a bit further.
Leave is sorted. Leave granted.
Yes, thank you. My office has had on several occasions assisted the elderly members of my community who have come into my electorate office after their calls are not being answered in a timely fashion, being placed on hold with the Concessions SA hotline.
The Minister for Human Services.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I thank the member for the question. We have discussed this matter before. I'm happy to provide an update on behalf of the Concessions hotline team to your constituents, member. The clear advice first up needs to be, how do we help people to search for their concessions payment in their bank account? And I often say to my staff on a Friday, I've just finished the Check Your Bank Account Friday pile, because most of the time it is in respect to people being unable to find the payment in their bank account. We have had lots and lots of correspondence over the past couple of years in respect to this problem of being able to locate the payment, because obviously we've had additional payments, the payment amounts have changed, but there has also been quite a lot of publicity, which is great, and we've deliberately done that because we want people to know that we're listening and providing them with additional money into their account. But people do contact us claiming that they haven't received their payment. It always usually ends up that the money's already in there, but they've missed that or not looking for the right description. So in the first instance, look for the description Concessions Colc. So that's Concessions COLC, the concessions part in upper and lower and Colc in capitals. The second most common reason that we get contacted is because the bank account details haven't been changed. So the funds have not been able to be deposited into the account, and that can be corrected quickly. Sometimes the payment can be sent to a different account as well, and Concessions SA can track that and redirect, but it might have been held up due to an inactive or a closed account, which can be a problem. And the third reason is often that the recipients are unaware that the cost of living concession is a household payment, not an individual payment, so there's only one payment per household. But the wait times, they do fluctuate significantly due to a number of factors, including the time of the year that it is and any concessions-related announcements and media that's occurred, which might increase the traffic. During July to December, it's typically busier due to the annual payment and the accompanying application period. And over recent years, this period's coincided with different budget announcements as well. The average wait time for calls during July to September this year was 24 minutes. And 26 seconds, and that compares to 7 minutes and 13 seconds during the January to March quarter, so there's a significant spike. In the most recent week, the average was 11 minutes and 8 seconds, and that was 21 to 25 October. So within the average wait times, there can be specific periods when the wait times obviously go past that average, but then also some are quicker. Concessions SA do endeavour to increase resources and have a lot of casual staff available to put on when the workload does go up, but with 210,000 people receiving concessions that aren't always able to track those payment details down and seeking help via the phone, you can imagine it is very difficult to meet that demand. But 74% of calls during the period 1 August to 29 October were answered less than 30 minutes, and 50% were answered in less than 20 minutes. To date, 216,000 households have received those concessions. We've flexed staff up to try and accommodate and help with that, but we're very happy to hear if there is delays. So thank you for the question.